Привет stalkers, my name is S.T.A.L.K.E.R and welcome to my YouTube channel. As you see guys, we have no green screen right now, which means it's unboxing time, exactly. I have got this, the S.T.A.L.K.E.R Heart of Chernobyl Collector's Edition. It's the Ultimate Edition, the biggest one. This is not only big, but also heavy. When I picked up this baby from the post office, it was weighing around 6.9 kilograms. So this is 6.9 kilograms of amazing loot from S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2. And honestly, this bad boy cost me around 300 bucks back in 2021 when I bought this. So I'm very eager to find out whether it is worth 300 bucks or not. And this is what we're going to do today in this video. So first of all, what we see on this is it's a huge box, like a big one. On the back side, you see the list of contents. There's a lot of stuff inside. We have the amazing lamp, we have some postcards, we have patches, of course, dog tag, and we have a rucksack. And I'm very interested to see if this thing is actually good. So honestly, let's do a little vibe check. Do you guys think that this rucksack will be able to accompany us on a hiking trip or not? Let me know in the comments below and we will check out whether this rucksack is actually a good quality item or just a decorative item. But before we get to the rucksack, which is probably at the very bottom of this box, we will start at the very top. And the very top is this. We have a keypad. I tried the number 1986. This was working. The number before 6969 did not work. I don't know why. It's a good code. So let's see what's inside. Yo! Oh, alright. It's just like a cardboard piece. But I'm sure that when we lift up this cardboard cover, we'll actually get to the real stuff. And we'll see, of course, we have some nice stuff in this. So let's go together through every item in detail, because a lot of reviews just stay superficial. We are checking out the details. And we're starting with the steel case. We have a steel book for the S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 Ultimate Edition. And of course, it's empty. Which is not surprising because this thing is a digital download. We have 160 gigabytes of content. By far one of the largest games I ever downloaded. By far one of the largest worlds that I ever explored. So yeah, it's a nice steel case. Nice to have it. Nothing out of the ordinary though. Alright, so first envelope. I wonder what's inside. A map. And I already know what this map is. This is the map that we saw very early in the entire S.T.A.L.K.E.R promo process. Like, it's the game map. It's some kind of hand-drawn map, but you can see most of the iconic places from the S.T.A.L.K.E.R games. The nuclear power plant, Rostock, Cordon, the nice signature, pretty toad, like this one, probably Zidorovich, that damn scammer. We have, of course, the industrial area, very interesting, never been there. And we have something that will probably be Duga, which we also saw, and classic Janov Station, Red Forest. I can't wait to see the horrors behind my comprehension that await us on this map, and especially below it, like, because we don't have the underground areas on this. Still, it's a cool map. What I also really like about this is the backside is also printed. Of course, it doesn't really matter, nobody sees it, but for me it matters because I see it when I unpack it. And the printed backside always means someone put in the little extra effort to give this a more quality look. Nice. So after that, we are having... Oh, this feels good. A poster, probably. Yeah, it's a poster and the material already feels very smooth, like silky. I don't know what they used to coat this, but the coating feels very good. It's not your average poster from a magazine. Like, this is higher quality paper. And you see, it's an anomaly. S.T.A.L.K.E.R in front of an anomaly. And I think I even know which one it is. So if you guys have played S.T.A.L.K.E.R Heart of Chernobyl already and you know where this is, let me know in the comments. I'm quite sure that I have already spotted this area. But this is cool. I like this one. But there's also something else. Let's see if I can just slide it out gently. Whoppa! Here we are. We have patches. We have the base faction. We have the no fun is allowed in the zone faction. We have the lol weed faction. And we have Monolith. the rock gang. And honestly, this looks really good. Like if you see this thing, this is embroidery. This was actually stitched inside. So this patch is good. This is not just a print, guys. Also, the back side of each patch has some kind of synthetic layer on it. I don't know if you can iron these ones on. I will not do that because they're collectible items for me, but it's good to know that they actually got those patches. And I think that the quality is good. Like, this is some good quality stuff right here, guys. Not gonna lie. The Monolith one might even be better than the original Monolith one from the collector's edition of one of the Stalker trilogy games. But I really like those. Damn nice. Alright, the first envelope looks like this. 3 signs on it, so probably 3 things inside. And the first thing is actually a card. Check this card out, guys. Like, come on. I definitely remember where this is from. I'm quite sure that you, like the real Legends of the Zone that have been here since the original Stalker trilogy, also remember where this is from. If you do, let me know in the comments. One day you will... I won't even spoiler it, but that's pretty cool. I'm glad they put this inside. I'll just read the last sentence. After all, we hope you will experience something special and feel that it was worth waiting for. We really wish you enjoy the game from the moment you enter the zone to the point you reach the heart of Chernobyl and beyond. Good hunting, Stalker. Enormously grateful, GSC Game Roll. Right after that, we have stickers. And some things are familiar, one thing is odd. It is the Gauss rifle. This Gauss rifle looks different than the one I remember from the original trilogy, so maybe they reworked it. This looks like some serious NASA technology. Alright, so this is my Gauss rifle and, you know, it kind of looks different. Still, I like it, I'll keep using it. Maybe I'll just make a second one based on the new design from Stalker Hot Chernobyl. And after the stickers, we are having a permit here. The backside is actually in Ukrainian. S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Mogu, yeah. I can't read handwritten Cyrillic. I can read typed Cyrillic. I can't read handwritten Cyrillic. But luckily, there's a side in English as well. Stalker. People say that this is an old, no longer valid access permit into the zone. Keep it as a souvenir. You know what? When this war is finally over, I'll definitely check out the Chernobyl exclusion zone. And I'll take this one with me and see if the guards at the border of the zone will actually stamp it for me. Challenge accepted, GSC Game World. So this was the smaller envelope, and to be honest, I like it, especially the zone permit. So what else is inside? Well, we can check this out. This is probably a dog tag? Yes, it is. Ooh, it's even a nice one. Check this out. Like, this is really machined into this. It's either milled or like pressed or CNC'd. I don't know, man, but this looks good. It feels good. It's like real steel. I have another one, but I would like to show you. And it's like right up there on my Gauss rifle. Honestly, these are pretty nice. Like, from the quality, I think that the collector's edition one is better, but this is just my personal opinion. Still, this is a nice piece of merch. I really like this one. GSC Game World did a good job with the dog tag. It's a good dog tag. Honestly, if this would be in a merch shop, I would definitely buy this one. No doubt. What else do we have here? There's a fire in the box, so it's probably a fire starter. I don't think those are matches. It's way too heavy to be matches. Let's just open this real quick. Ooh, like this feels like heavy metal, and this actually is heavy metal. This is nice, and this is heavy metal. This side says Good Hunting Stalker, and the other one is Stalker 2. This is probably a fire starter and a multi-tool at the same time. Bottle opener, you can probably unscrew stuff with it. It's a nice tool, man. And also we have something to scrape off the metal and also to measure stuff with. Overall, pretty nice item. If it was in a merch store, I would probably buy this one. No regrets. It's cool. We will not try this out because it's a collectible item. Like, I am worse than a dragon when it comes to protecting my treasures, stalkers. I am protecting my treasure like telepaths protect their beautiful agrochrome tunnels. Better than they should. But this was the first layer of loot. As you see, we're putting this layer aside and digging deeper. And the deeper we dig, the better the loot gets. We will see. We have a book. Quite obvious. See if we can slide it out. And it's a Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl art book. This one looks really good. Like, it feels heavy. You can't bend it. So this is some quality item. Let's see what is actually inside. Artworks. It's an art book, of course. For example, here you have your beloved garbage. You know, the place where we store your awful anime waifus. You have... Oh, this is probably a spoiler. This is probably a spoiler. Oh, this is definitely a spoiler. Some beautiful anomalies. Do we also have characters? Yes, we also have characters. Oh, this is pretty nice. Check this out, guys. Here you have actually the representation of an exoskeleton and also a description. Servo motors installed on the exoskeleton require a lot of power provided by the device on the back. The device on the back has the batteries for the motors. Probably a weak spot of the exoskeleton. This is good for Stalker cosplayers. Like, not gonna lie, if you are either a Stalker cosplayer or role player, this book might be of value for you. We have devices. Check this out, guys. I think it's quite close. They might have actually somewhat modified the model because now the place with the light bulb has like a ribbed structure on it. Maybe it's something, you know, like a passive cooler. I don't know, but I think still I got quite close. Unfortunately, I do not have a laser cutter or a plotter to get the detailed metal plates on my prop, and so I decided to just, you know, ditch them entirely because I think it's better to have no details than to have ugly details. Also, we have an artifact container. Anomaly fans will be like, oh yeah, we had that for quite a long time. Yeah, an anomaly, guys. But here it's obviously now part of STALKER lore and canonic. This is a pretty darn good art book. So that was the second layer, and you see now we are probably going to get the big boys out of this. Check this out. Nice. It's a figure, and it's also quite a cool one. Like, this is a nice figure. You can see a lot of detail on it, like meshes on the thighs. You can see even the writing on the oxygen tanks. This is pretty nice. The figure itself is made of plastic, and oh, the gun is made out of rubber, which is good because, you know, this would be a part that usually break over time, but making it out of rubber actually kind of works against that. It's almost like I would be looking in the mirror. He's literally me. Nah, just kidding. I don't wear full face respirators because they ruin my skin condition and I don't want to look like a hobo stalker. Still, this is an amazing figure. I like the detail. I like how it is posing. I like the moonlight artifact that's probably made out of glass or plastic. I don't know. But overall, this makes a solid impression. This is pretty darn cool. This will end up in my Stalker shrine in the living room next to my Stalker board game collector's edition display. So now, what could be greater than that? Maybe it is the lamp. Yeah, and it is the lamp. Check this out, guys. So you probably want to know how to use this thing. There's a manual in the box. You can just check out my video so you know it. First of all, there are two positions. If it's perfectly aligned straight, this is closed. If you twist it a little bit, it is open. Now you can, don't grab it by this part. This is plastic, it will break off. Grab it here by the side like a jar, and you can carefully, you know, wiggle it open. Now you can just twist it to lock it in position. Now it's locked, it won't slide down. And that's the first step. Second step, you have to get electricity on this. Okay, now this thing is running. Now we have to get our artifact and to align it in the magnetic field. This thing is heavy, so you will notice that it has a heavier side where the magnet is. Now we have to take this thing and carefully position it from the upper side in the lamp. And you will hear like squeezing sound. That's when the magnets are aligning. And when you leave it like that and take your hand away, you see it's moving, it's working, and it's also glowing. You see it can bob around a little bit. This is no problem. You can even give it a quicker spin. The magnets are able to hold that. And on this remote, we can actually change the light modes. Right now we can barely see anything, so I will turn off my key light. Now we have blue, moonlight artifact. But we can also switch to red for the fireball. I think the fireball looks at best. Like, this really looks like fireball artifact inside the lamp. Quite a good impression. Let's see if we can turn back, switch back. We can switch back. We can also take green. And you will notice that the colors in between will cause trouble because this is an LED and my camera sensor will freak out a little bit because of the frequency. So if we actually take this, you will see it's like pulsating. It is not. It's just the LED and the frequency of the LEDs messing with the sensor of the camera. They're blue, purple, pink, but let's go back to red. Yeah. So this is the artifact lamp. I would say this is a good piece. This is decorative only. Do not use this on LARPs. Even though it's made out of metal, it will not survive a LARP event. I know how you guys act on LARP events. Do not take this on a LARP. Alright, stalkers. So now there's only one thing left. And that is this nice box in the bottom. Let's open this and get out what's inside. And I think I already know what there might be hiding. Yeah. Whoppa! Check this out. Isn't this a nice rucksack? Like, honestly, I'm quite surprised, but the quality looks good. It feels good. The material is quite sturdy. I think it's canvas. Doesn't smell bad. Good sign. And it feels like really good. Also, check out the buckles. These make quite a nice sound. And they are made out of metal and even thicker metal. And also, the buckles have springs installed on them. You can just see that those are buckles with springs. So these will last you longer than your average plastic buckles. And honestly, I don't see too much plastic on this. Like, even the straps are made out of canvas. This makes a damn solid, good first impression, stalkers. I have to be honest. Also a nice little, plaque with Stalker 2 on it. Let's see what's inside. And, oh, okay, here we have the plastic. So this is actually interesting. GSC Game World obviously decided that this rucksack should look vintage from the outside, but be modern from the inside. So that you have probably a waterproof layer on the inside. It has a bag on the front with Velcro. It has two pouches on the side in which you can store your stuff. It has additional D-rings on the straps. And also the straps, they look vintage from the outside, but on the inside they have foam and this mesh material. Man, this is a beautiful rucksack, honestly. Like, I would even think that this could go on a hiking day trip easily and come back in one piece, no doubt. Man, this is interesting. Like, interesting because GSC Game World is releasing a game during a Dawn War. You know, they still are able to pull up with something like that. Question, Bethesda. What is so difficult about getting canvas for decent rucksack? You guys probably remember, the entire drama with the ugly plastic bags that they sent instead of the canvas, the plastic bags that were like not even worth a fraction of the promised item, honestly. But GSC was able to pull up with this. I am speechless. Speechless, but positively surprised. This is also the last item in our Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl Collector's Edition. So, stalkers, what do we think about this? What do you guys think about this? Overall, I have to say that this Collector's Edition does hold up. I ordered this one in 2021, so I was not even sure when I would get it, if the game was worth getting a Collector's or Ultimate Edition, but it was not about being sure about something, it was about hope. It was about believing in something, believing that a part of my, teenage years would come back and would come back with a positive light. And this game did. So we have to be honest with each other. Collector's editions and Ultimate editions and stuff like that shouldn't be cash grabs. They are always meant to appeal to the true fans of a franchise. They're always meant to deliver quality items to your fans, to show them that you care and thus that you appreciate them. And GSC Game World did a good job with that, I would say. I had no items in this entire thing that felt out of place. I had no items that felt like low quality plastic trash. Every item that was placed inside this Ultimate Edition was related to Stalker, was either well made and decorative, or even of a practical use. So I really can't complain about it. And I think GSC Gamer did a good job because I, as a fan, I feel appreciated. You know, I gave them my trust almost 3 years ago that they would deliver something good, and they did. Do you have other games that are surprisingly good when it comes to delivering collector's editions? For example, I pre-ordered the Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 collector's edition because this one is good. And I did definitely not buy the Gothic collector's edition from the Gothic remake because this one is actually terrible. And I do not feel appreciated as a fan when I see that. Let me know, guys, which editions do you think are good, which are bad, which do you have in your collection, and which ones would you definitely not buy again, which ones were the greatest disappointments that you had. And while you're writing, I'll be taking this beautiful figure and putting it in my Stalker shrine in the living room. And I'm quite sure that we will be able to see him in a future video. And I hope that I will be seeing you in a future video as well. So don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want to help me out in the algorithm. S.T.A.L.K.E.R is quite a small niche and community, but I'm very, very glad that you guys are supporting this so well, because we finally did it. After all those years, we are back in the zone. And I will not only continue making Let's Plays, but I will also make videos about Stalker costumes and the new Stalker world that we are exploring right now. So subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out any of our expeditions in the future. And until then, good hunting, Stalker.